Hi, I'm Harris Jacobs, along with my partner, Justin Logan, and welcome to 990 the show. And we will be talking about some few latest things in sports, including the World Cup, the recap of the NBA draft, and LeBron going back home. So let's start with LeBron. Do you think he made the right move returning to the Cavs?
I think he made a great move returning to the Cavs because if he returns to the Cavs, he's going to have what he's been looking for in a point guard. Now, a lot of people say, what about D-Wade? D-Wade is a combo guard. He's a two guard. 6'4", he can play point, but he's more of a two guard. So I think he made the great decision. He will be getting paid more. I think that's what he wanted. The great bonus sign. So he'll also have a great team. I think they can make a playoff run, and they'll have a great team.
Yeah, I think LeBron did what he has to do. He has respect for Dwayne Wade and that Miami Heat organization, but it was time to move on. He came to Miami to win championships, and now he's got to go back to Cleveland. Next up, FIFA World Cup. Do you think Germany was the best team in the World Cup? Or do you think that there were some other better teams?
It's a lot of great teams, but Germany just knew when they had to turn it on and knew when they had to just play their team. They played the right way. They passed the ball around. They used the midfield the right way. They played great defense. They didn't give up a lot of goals, but they just played the right way. They passed the ball. They weren't the best team. There's a lot of teams that had star players, but their whole team was good. So they just played better than any team-wise. Player-wise, there's better players, but team-wise, Germany was the best team.
Yeah, I think their toughness showed a lot, especially in that final when it went down to the wire. It was 0-0, and then in extra time, they finally punched it in. They stayed strong. Their goalie played exceptionally well. I think they won this as a team and not individually.
Right, that's great.
Just like the San Antonio Spurs did over the Miami Heat.
Yes, let's talk about now the future of the Miami Heat.
So yeah, after LeBron's gone, D-Wade's coming back along with Chris Bosh, who signed that big contract. I don't know what they were thinking to pay Chris Bosh all that money.
They also picked up Josh McRoberts and Danny Granger. Now, let's talk about Chris Bosh's contract. He is getting paid $105 million. He is not worth that. LeBron getting paid $44 million. That is not right. If you're Chris Bosh, he had way better seasons than when he was in Toronto.
Yeah, I don't think Chris Bosh made a big impact in Miami's championship run, and a lot of people disagree with me. I think Houston would have been a good fit for Chris Bosh playing with Dwight Howard and James Harden, and I think they could have made a nice deep run. And if Chris Bosh went to Houston, I think it could very well have been Cleveland versus Houston in the finals.
Now, the last thing, and we're talking about the NBA draft. How do you feel about Andrew Wiggins going over Jabari Parker? Was that a good pick for the Cleveland, or was Jabari a better pick?
Well, I think they're two unexceptional, great athletes with a lot to offer. In my opinion, I think Jabari played better in his college year, even though Wiggins was also really good too. I think Jabari brings a more offensive presence, but I think he's a better defensive player. But I think Wiggins was a good pick, but the Bucks got what they wanted with Jabari Parker, and I think Wiggins will make a big impact on the Cavs.
Oh, yes. Now, Jabari was probably, for me, in my opinion, the better player because he was more experienced, he was stronger, bigger, gave him more offensive presence, like you said. And Wiggins, he was just younger. He wasn't really experienced as Jabari. So that's it for me and my partner, Harris. I'm Destin. Be back on 90 for the game. See you next time.